Hey guys, GH, welcome to Practice Tee. And if I was in Oklahoma today, with this weather, I'd say we're going to get some tornadoes. This is absolute tornado type weather before the tornadoes come in. Hearten. You just know. We'll probably get some big storms here this afternoon. We've had tremendous dryness out west out here, and it's blowing all the dust in from the west, and it's just playing havoc at the moment with everything. Okay guys, today's video is just something that it's always been a real bugbear with me, because it's such an important facet of the game and very few club players really address it. And guys, it's what I term real practice. Having spent most of my life on a driving range, teaching and owning one and what have you, I've seen thousands and thousands and thousands of golfers walk up with their bags, bring their balls up, put the balls down, and they never move from that spot. It's just ball after ball, shot, shot, shot. No targeting, just hit the golf balls. And it's amazing how many guys will come up with a full set of golf clubs on a trolley bag, pull out the driver, and that's the only thing they hit, 2 buckets of drivers. Or someone will come in with a wedge and hit 2 buckets of wedge, but they hit them all from here. They don't hit them to any targets. Guys, with good, what I used to really instill in good players, and even good players do what I just mentioned then. You'll get good players, they'll just bring the balls from here and they'll just hit shots. Okay, they will have some semblance of hitting to a target, and the good players do that clearly, the very good players, but you can still waste your time hitting all the golf balls from here and hitting one club and hitting multiple shots. Guys, when I really practice, I get my golf balls and I just throw them all over the place. From here, probably in a 15-yard circle. And I take my bag and I'll walk up to a ball and I'll say, okay, where's my target? And I'll look out there and it'll be the pump shed out there, and I say, okay, and work out the distance. Okay, now the wind is off the right here. This is after I've warmed up. Wind is off the right here, although I never warm up. Off the right, so I want to hit I don't want to hit a slinger here, I want to hold something up into the wind. And I'll get the club relative to that shot. And I'll hit that shot, I'll hit one shot. Sometimes I might say, okay, I'm going to hold this ball back into the wind and I'll hit 2 shots. The next one I'm going to take it out and let it ride on the wind. I will only hit 2 maximum with each club. Then you know what I do, guys? I put the club back in my bag. And I pick the bag up and I walk off to another ball. I hang around for maybe a minute or 2, then I pick another target. And the next target might be a 100-yard shot with a wedge. And again, the conditions, and say, okay, just visualize something around that sign out there that's, 100 metres or 110 metres. And what sort of shot do I want to play? And it might be a 9-iron knockdown under the conditions. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to hit it to the right of that sign, because I envisage a slope on that out there as a green, and I have a very, very specific constructional thought process going on, and it's absolute and definite. And then I'll pull the club out of the bag, have a look at the shot, feel it, get into the shot, yeah. And execute. And what I'll try and do is, when I hit that shot, no matter what I do with that shot, irrespective of the result, I'll follow the ball till it finishes, till it stops, and I'll pick up whatever happened in the flight. If it wasn't such a good shot, so why that flight there? Okay, and I'll trace that back to what I was doing here. I'll really take in all the information, guys. And what I want to do with the practice is orientate myself for golf course play. What we do here most of the time for club players, guys, is we just get a lot of exercise. We really don't try and simulate playing golf, and I've been over this before. But I've had so many guys of late that I've seen, and I've been to their places where they practice and their practice fairways, and I've just said, show me a practice, and it's this. Bang, 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 bang. And there's no commitment really, even from the first shot. Now when I practice, if I'm going to hit a shot, the first shot I hit of the day is to a target. It's not just a willy-nilly. It's not I'm just going to hit this. When I say after you've warmed up, some guys need to warm up. I don't. I never warm up. When I was doing martial arts and I was around the fight game for 20 years, guys, I used to hate sparring. I didn't like sparring because it didn't simulate a fight. It was pulled punches, and it just wasn't a simulation of actuality. And I was one of the few guys that just didn't like sparring because I couldn't really assimilate to it. But if you put the big gloves on, the 14-ounce gloves on, and the head guards, and then you get, and it's full body contact, and you know you're going to be simulating a proper combat situation, I could warm to that. And the same with golf, guys. I just can't hit willy-nilly shots. I just can't do it. I have to have a specific thought in mind. And the first shot of the day might be that little wedge shot, but I'll go through the process. I'll have a look at it, work out what I want, pull the club out, have a feel of the club, say, yeah, that feels okay, and go through the machinations that I would on the golf club, on the golf course for playing golf. Now, it's a pain in the neck to do that, guys. And you could take an hour to hit a bucket of balls. Well, I take a lot longer than that when I practice, because there's the interval between the shots. And vary the club. If this one's a wedge, the next one might be a 4-iron or a 5-wood or a 3-wood or a driver. And you don't want to just go here. That orientation. No, we want to move around, 80 degrees or 90 degrees out there. Different target, different conditions. Or move around and hit it down here. Or just hit a little shot onto the green here. But you've got to simulate playing golf and orientate to playing golf. That's why most people can't play golf and hit the ball on a golf course like they do in the practice range, because they don't practice to play golf. They practice to hit multiple golf balls. Now, I've said it before, guys, but I have to bring this up every now and again. And even when you're learning something new, a new process, don't just hit multiple shots. Whenever you're learning something, target the shot. Because I promise you, if you just hit multiple shots and you get it going, then when you have to target it, it'll feel different. And particularly if you come around 70 degrees or something like that, I promise you that the visual feedback that you get will unsettle your body. It always does that. And as Mo Norman's famous line, the longest walk in golf is from the practice tee to the first tee. People can't take their game from here to there. And you know why? Because what's over there is not what they practice here. So if I was, say that's the ball that I've chosen there, that golf ball there, I've got to stay in camera here, guys, so I can't go walking 20 yards away. But if I throw my balls around, I come across the ball, say, okay, Jake, what do you think, what shot do you want to hit? And it might be a 5-iron, be a 4-iron, whatever. But I'll just say, okay, yeah, okay, I'll aim at the old forward fair lane out there, and I'll hit a hold up 5-iron because the wind's off the right here. I'll feel that shot. And most of the time what I do on the golf course, guys, because I don't walk on a golf course. I haven't for years. I just ride in a buggy all the time. Because I work out, so I don't need to go walking around golf courses. And so I'll just get out of the buggy, my clubs are still on the buggy, and I'll look at the shot and I'll feel it, and then I'll go over and get my golf club and hit the shot. You've got to do that, guys. But even when you're practicing here, throw all those balls around and get your golf clubs and wheel it over here or whatever, carry it, get over there and pick a ball. Say, okay, this is where I want to hit it. Now, how far is it to that target there? And if it's 170 metres something, you say, okay, well, it's a 5-iron. It's 110, okay, we've got a little wedge or something. Okay, I might want to, whatever, 3-wood. Or you might just come over to the ball and say it's the first shot of the day and tee the ball up and get your driver out. But pick where you want to hit it. Like when I practice here, I've got two signs here that are 30 about 35 yards apart, and they're out there. And I hit all my drives in there. And I mean, I could stand here all day, and I'm not going to hit them outside that 35-yard fairway. But I make sure that I don't hit them outside that 35-yard fairway. So I've hit my balls around. So my bag is over here. It's on the buggy. I've walked up to the ball. Yeah, okay, I've worked out the distance. Okay, what are we going to hit? Okay, we've got the car out here today is probably about 170. Okay. Give me a 6-iron. Your 6-iron. Okay. How am I feeling the shot? I get the club here, feel the shot, go through my routine, see the shot, feel the shot. There it is. I just hit it at the target. Okay, now I held that shot up into the wind there. What I would do again is just hit another shot. And this time I'll take the ball with the wind. Take it out to the right and take it with the wind. If I'm in frame there, I mightn't be in frame there. Just come back here. I'll take it with the wind this time. That's just holding it on the wind. Taking it into the wind, letting the wind move it. It's okay, yeah, they were good shots. Then I'll walk to another ball wherever. Another one that I've thrown, and it's here, and I've walked up to it. And I know it's not far from, I'll simulate it not being far from the flag out here. Little pitch of 40 yards or something. So I'll see that shot, feel it, taking the club out of the bag there. But really think where I want to land it on the green. It's 2 flags, I want to hit it between those flags and then kick it down the hill. That's what I want to do. Oh. Okay, go down. Okay, oh, got to see this, guys. It's about that far from the hole. I know that shot though. I know that shot. Hit it on the bank and let it roll down the hill. But I would have that shot on the golf course. And then I may simulate going to the first tee. So I've usually got the tee in my pocket. I take the driver out. Okay, what side of the tee do I want to tee up on for the conditions? And you want to think about that, guys. Always work side of the tee and aim to a specific spot in the fairway. Okay, I see the shot, wind's off the right here, and I visualise a fairway on a golf course that I play. The first hole, it slopes to the right, so I'm going to start it down the right, let it hit the slope, because you get another 30-40 yards if you pick up the slope. Now I can see that. I've taken the club out. Here I am, feeling it, feeling the shot. Watch it till it finishes. Did it do what I wanted to do? Yeah, it did. Because there's no slope out there, but it hit the right side, and of course it had a little draw on it, kicked down the hill. Now while I've got my tee out, I'm allowed to hit 2 drives. I simulate another hole. I'll simulate the 17th hole here, and bunker down the right, water on the left. Don't want to go in the water. Pretty wide fairway. I've never been off the fairway since I played it. Okay, so I'm just going to hit this down the centre and and just hang on to the club a little bit so that if anything it's going to have a little fade, but I can see that shot and feel it. It's going to hang on to it a little bit. Okay, see the bunker down there? Going to go left of the bunker and hang on to the club. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, so guys, it's called orientation. It's called orientation for playing golf. Got to get away from this multiple hitting of golf balls. And then even get a 3-iron. Okay, we've just come onto a tee, par 3, 190 metres, across the water. And there's one up here at Royal Pines where they're playing the PGA here next week. Australian PGA. Okay, hard, and there's water in front, so... And it's a big green, so the percentage shot is it to the middle of the green, not left side, and even if you push it a little bit and you just miss the green right, it's an easy chip up onto the green, but you don't want to be going left. So I see, I'll use our old fair lane out here as the green. I want to be right of the fair lane at 190 carry. Okay, JH. That would have just caught the right side of the green by maybe 10 feet. So that'll give me probably 35 foot, 40 foot putt. But on that hole, that's okay. There's another par 3. That's a long hole. It's over 200. But it's got no water in front, so it's just and it's a hard green, so you've got to sit it down really soft. So I want to sit it down behind the forward fair lane, but high and soft. See the shot, JH. Same club, but I've got a bazooka it. Hit a bazooka. There's the bazooka. Wow. Whew. That'd be good at the PGA next week if I was playing in it. Yeah, I would have hit that in probably 20 feet, 25 feet. If the forward fair lane, the sunroof was the middle of the green. Okay, we've got another par 4. Really tight par 4. Not a long hole, probably about 365 metres. Again, hit the 3-iron off the tee. And big wide fairway. This won't get me to the bunkers, so I can go after it. I've got a dispersion, probably 15-20 yards from centre, 10 either side. So see if I can hit the fair lane, old fair lane being the centre of the fairway. Try and hit this 3-iron, a bazooka, just as a chicken stick on a par 4. Wow. Woohoo! We should do that more often, JH. That's just flown straight over the forward fair lane and that's flown over the sunroof. It's a great shot, that. But guys, you see the point here. I'm simulating playing golf. And I walk around to those balls and I give myself some time in between the shots. Can't do that here because we're doing a video. But give yourself a couple of minutes. But have a quality practice session. And even if you hit only 20 or 30 shots, 40 shots, but they're good shots, and then rate yourself and say, how would I have gone on the golf course with those? Would they have been good shots on the golf course? And really be honest. And if you flub one, have a look, or you hit it just straight right or left or something, you say, well, what did I do there? Try and work it out what you did. Okay guys, that's just a little hobby horse of mine. I just see people just not having very little commitment to the realities of practice and orientating to play golf. Okay, let's just Let's see if we can hit a 3-iron as I would. I can hit this as far as a 3 would on that hole, but I would have to sling it. I'd have to start it down the right and sling it. So let's guys, I've always been a guy that doesn't like playing 3 woods off a tee, hitting it off a hole. I'd rather just hit driver, because I can hit driver so straight. Whenever I go with 3 wood off a tee, for some reason or other I become defensive. And I'm a fairly positive thinker, but I become defensive, no question. So I'd rather sort of, in this situation, say, okay, Jace, you need 225, 230. I'll just get this 3 wood and I'll just hit a big slinging bazooka. Same shot, same hole, but you really need to bust this down there and just get a wedge in. Wow. Whew. That's strong. Okay guys, so that's called orientation, real practice. And don't be stampeded. Even if you've got buddies with you, just don't get drawn into competitions where you're trying to out-hit each other, because that ain't playing golf, guys. You can have a bit of fun later on, but you know, make sure that you have a proper session and you get orientation for playing golf. Practice here as you would play golf. And it's a lot of discipline to carry a bag, put the club back in the bag, and even if you get this, okay, yeah, I don't think that's a 5-iron shot, so it might be a 6-iron. So change the club. Do that. Give yourself some orientation, but give yourself some time and be out there. Be out there. Okay, down here, out there. Feel it. Okay, guys. It's called real practice.